Peace and Black Power family. It's your brother Agyei Tyehimba. I'm an empowerment coach, and as you know, I'm a educator, author, and activist. Peace and Black Power family. It's brother Agyei Tyehimba. I am, among other things, an empowerment coach, and I'm also an educator, an author, and an activist and community organizer. I have been having conversations with several friends. I've been checking out what's going on in the social media world, and it appears that by and large, our people are living in fear. We're scared, and I can understand that. You got a guy that is entering office in a few days who is definitely a malignant narcissist. He's definitely arrogant. He's definitely has fascist tendencies. He's definitely someone who looks down upon people who don't have his level of wealth or status. And to make matters worse, he's grossly incompetent. Um, People who are familiar with Project 2025, my organization, and my brotherhood has worked exhaustively months ago to get the word out about what Heritage Foundation and Donald Trump were trying to do. Some people have taken that seriously, some of you have not. And there is no doubt that, as Dr. Martin Luther King said in the last speech before he was killed, there's going to be some difficult days ahead. There's no way around that. However, I want to say this. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, family. We have been through all types of turmoil and trouble, all types of backwards motion. And just when we felt we were getting somewhere, some legislation pull us back, some political movement or organization pull us back. But fortunately for us, we've always had bright, industrious, innovative, visionary, fearless individuals and organizations that fought on our behalf, that gave us backbone, that taught us skill set and political education, that provided much needed services to our community when and where we need it the most. It is very important for those of us who are the more seasoned activists, leaders, organizers, educators. It's very important that we teach our people not to be scared, to channel their fear into reflection, into organizing, into learning more political education, into getting involved with community service. It's important that we teach our people. We've been through several historical uh, misdeeds, a lot of mistreatment, societally speaking. And yet we're still here, family. We're still here despite enslavement and Jim Crow and lynching and the Red Summer and all of these fake fraudulent trials and mass incarceration of our people, crack and heroin epidemics, AIDS epidemics. We are still here. And not only are we still here, we have a young generation that's coming up, and all of them aren't confused. All of them aren't vain. All of them aren't misguided. Quite a few of them know what time it is, and they're ready to play their role. They're ready to do what they need to do. But the community is in fear. And you can tell they're in fear. Because when people are afraid and they're confused and don't know how to get out their situation, they do things like scapegoat people. Oh, it's those Latinos. Oh, it's those educated blacks. Oh, it's the LGBT. They don't. Oh, it's the feminists. It's those nationalists and Pan-Africanists. We scapegoat each other. The odd thing is we never tend to put any blame or attribution to the true societal causes of our economic, political, and social distress. And in fact, those people want us to scapegoat each other. They want us to not to believe that we have no friends. They want us to believe that we have no allies, that nobody anywhere in the world wants to fight with us, that nobody sees our pain and shares in similar pain and is ready to fight back. They want you to believe that so that you don't organize. But it's for that very reason, primarily, that Chairman Fred Hampton, the chairman of the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party, was ruthlessly assassinated by the Chicago police for that very reason, because they feared his ability, his skill, his masterful skill of forming alliances with different groups, a broad-based group of people that makes it therefore difficult to just pick one apart. Yeah. So when you see people going to get into the scapegoat on other ethnic groups, other people of color, and other melanated people, and they're the reason, tell them you're sounding like our enemy. Don't believe that. That's propaganda. We're not the only people suffering. There's other people that suffer too, and we have similarities and we have differences. But if we don't have friends and allies, family, we better get them. If you see people are ignorant and backwards in their thinking, you better politicize them and educate them. If you see people running around here throwing their money into all types of foolishness, having foolish conversations going in a backwards direction, you better organize them. That's the only thing that's going to save us. Us. Those of you who are into the religion, no disrespect, but understand, God works, if you believe in God as I do, a divine, supreme being, understand that God works through human beings. Right? So if you're into that type of school of thought, then you should be seeing yourself as doing the work of God, as you're an ambassador of God. God wants to clean up the community. You should be in the community cleaning it up. God wants you to get these young people right. You should be in the schools and in your community getting our young people right. Rites of passage programs, African-centered educational centers, political education centers. We need money. God don't want our people to be poor. Be an ambassador of God on this earth. Build economic engines, cooperative enterprises, supermarkets, laundromats, all types of things we can do. Pool your money. But family, whatever you do, understand, being scared, getting mad, yelling at each other is cowardly, because it's misplaced energy. Who we're really mad at, it's kind of like the guy that's nobody at his job, never gets a raise, nobody really gives him any real respect, no real benefits, and he goes home and beats his wife because he's too cowardly to challenge the real source of his pain and humiliation. Now here he's beating on a woman that's held him down for years, tried to look past his shortcomings and worked with him and beside him, and sometimes had his back when he didn't have his own. But he in a cowardly fashion, instead of taking all that venom and energy against the real source of his aggression, he takes it out on someone who's vulnerable, who's more in a helpless or vulnerable situation, and who he knows won't do anything back to him. It's time for us now, fam. You mad at Trump? You mad at Project 2025? You upset that you're seeing all these white corporations all of a sudden, they're pulling away from their promises to be involved in diversity, equity, and inclusion programs? Don't be surprised. We told you months ago what it was. We told you what they were going to do. Why? We're not psychics. They had it all over the internet. A whole almost 1,000-page book, family, all over the internet. You could download it right now. It wasn't a secret. Just some of us didn't take it seriously. Well, you about to see. You about to learn that what's about to go down will probably be, in the modern era, one of the most difficult societal, social, political, economic periods, because you're going to have a president that will essentially have complete control of all three branches of government, and he's talking about rewriting the Constitution. I mean, he's talking some crazy stuff, family. So, You have two choices, maybe three. You can absolutely do nothing, get upset, turn that anger that's really towards him and them inward on your own people. That's not going to get you nowhere. You can stay locked up in your house and pray that everything going to be all right. That ain't going to get you nowhere. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going out fighting. My mom and father ain't raised no chumps and no punks. I've studied our history for more than 30 years, and in every historical era, our people have fought back valiantly. And sure, we made some mistakes, some missteps. That's natural. But we have the benefit of hindsight. We can go back and see ways we went wrong. We can build on that. We need to really be thinking about how do we prepare ourselves for worst case scenarios. We need to be thinking about how do we prepare our children. We need to be thinking about how do we safeguard and protect the most vulnerable citizens amongst us. Those are our people who are disabled, who can't run, who can't get away, who can't fight. Our babies, our elders. How do we make sure everybody's health is attended to in a situation where hospitals may not be as loving, as sympathetic? How do we guard against and respond to what we can surely anticipate as enhanced and increased police violence against our people in a political climate where their brutality and mistreatment will certainly be encouraged at the top level of government? How do we prepare our people for that? This will also show us it's a great time to be alive, family, because during periods of great repression, all those black people you've been trying to get to your meeting who said, I'm too busy. You talking that black stuff. Oh, man, you talking white people and you talking about racism all the time. All those people, you're going to see a lot of them coming to your meeting. You're going to see a lot of them hitting you up on your YouTube channel and your emailing. Hey, man, tell me more about what you was talking about with the Project 20. What can I do, man? You're going to be seeing people getting laid off, losing their jobs. And when people suffer in that way, sometimes the political education you were trying to disseminate to them didn't get through, but the corporation's brutality and their heartlessness and their ruthlessness and seeing all these people suffer, dying because they can't afford medications and not being admitted to hospitals, and, all types of racist and sexist rhetoric proliferating, and all types of violence, not just from police, but actually from vigilantes, white vigilantes, family, all types of stuff. Prepare your people for it. And what's going to happen is people are going to be running to some of these organizations that they were formerly dismissing and ignoring. And when that happens, we, the seasoned organizers, the educators, the institution builders in the community, we who've been telling them this for decades, this political climate that's about to come might just be the straw that broke the camel's back. So we should anticipate increased racist violence and insensitivity and lack of empathy from the government, but we should also look forward to and anticipate increased sensitivity, political sensitivity amongst our people, increased political consciousness amongst our people, increased willingness to want to fight back and resist and to build the things our people need to survive, to develop, and to be self-determined. We have the right to be free. We have all types of people in our community whose education and skill set and personalities and expertise can facilitate us being free. We got a strong group of young people who have no family ties, no obligations weighing them down, full of energy, not jaded and contaminated with cynicism yet. We have all types of monies that we have to organize better. We're in a unique situation, family, and we have to use it to our advantage and not fall victim to the paralysis of fear, cynicism, self-doubt, right? So the real leaders, this will also show you who the real leaders, who the real organizers are, because the real leaders and organizers have a spirit of, I don't care what they're doing or what's happening, we're gonna respond to that. We're gonna be okay. In a self-assured, calm manner. We're gonna be all right. We've seen worse, and we're gonna get through this too. And so, for those of us who really believe that we have the right to be free, for those of us who, as we say in the hood, about it, for the right things, not for selling dope and killing our people, but for educating our people, living for our people, giving our people life, giving our people hope, you're going to see who they are. These situations are going to bring them out. And all the phonies will be exposed as well. All the people who ain't really about it, just talking that talk, is going to be exposed. So family, don't look at this as, oh my God, woe is me. Look at this as, all right, bring it. Look at this as, we're going to use everything at our disposal to get our people where we need to get. Don't be punks and chumps now. Talking all that talk when nothing's in your face. See, you know who's real when it's right there. How do you respond in the moment? We should anticipate a lot of things. YouTube channels that have more radical intellectualism, that advocate black resistance, who may be removed. People, certain types of people that have certain types of ideologies and philosophies will be removed off social media. I was removed off Facebook for probably 3-4 months and just got back. I had a whole YouTube channel at almost 2,000 subscribers 3 years ago that was taken down. Somebody hacked into my account and did it again with Facebook. It is what it is, family. I'm so used to it. To me, it's like breathing air. It's all good. Because at the end of the day, we will win. We can't say win, but we know that ultimately we will be the victors, living or dead. And with that, family, I just want to say thank you for listening. Hope I didn't waste your time. If you're an organizer, some type of leader, activist in the community, artist, and you love black people and you fight for sovereignty, self-determination, peace, love, safety, education, economic uplift, speak truth to the people, but don't demoralize them. Speak hope. When they say, oh, this is bad and that's bad, remind them what's the good. When they say, oh, we're not going to get through this, tell them we got through enslavement. We got through crack. Tell them that we got through AIDS and tell them that we got through all types of gang wars and World Wars I and II and Vietnam. Remind them that we've gotten through things, family. And tell them that we're going to get through this too. So those of us who are the activists, the organizers, the seasoned vets, that's tried and true, we battle tested, now's our chance to take all that we know and have learned and exercise it on behalf of many of our people who are going to be scared to death with paranoia. They're going to be scapegoat and everybody's the enemy but the real enemy. Talk about, oh, I'm going to flee the country and I'm going to, family, wherever we go. See, this is what I want people to understand. Wherever we go is our battlefield. Wherever you go on this planet is a battlefield. If you're African or New African or black or diasporan, wherever you go is the battlefield. There is no escape. Our spiritual, religious people, we need you more than ever. Our people need hope. They need to believe in something bigger than themselves. But it has to be channeled into something that's political, something that pushes the people forward, something that gives the people hope and inspiration and innovation. And with that said, family, thank you for listening. Don't be scared. This is a great time to be alive. The question is, what are you going to do? What organization are you going to start? What organization are you going to join? What initiative are you going to support? What group will you donate to? What are you prepared to give? What's in your political wallet? Peace and black power. We got this, and we will win. Make sure you subscribe to Harlem Liberation School on YouTube. Peace.